Hi there everybody, my name is Ali and today we will be going to do Agent Sudo from TryHackMe, where we will be going to learn a lot of things. First of all, to get onto the box, we will be going to change the user agent value and get a valid username. After that, we will be going to brute force the password for FTP, and from FTP we will download some images and some other files. After that, we will be going to perform some steganography over the images to get the credentials for the James user, and then we will get onto the box. And for privilege escalation, we will be going to exploit a very famous sudo bug which will allow us to get root access. So that being said, let's jump in. Now I already have started my room and my IP address is 10.10.163.123. So I will always start off with the Nmap scan. So Nmap-A for aggressive scan, -V for verbosity, and then the IP address of the target, which is 10.10.163.123. This can take some time to run, so I already have ran it. Let's see the results. Looking at the results, we can see right here I am having 3 ports open starting from port 21. The service is FTP and the version is vsftpd 3.0.3. Now vsftpd 3.0.3 is quite updated, but still what we can do is we can directly go to search exploit and we can search for vsftpd, and we can see if there are some versions which are having version 3, then we can look for its exploit. But right now I'm having only version 2s, there is no version 3, so that's not interesting. Then what we are having is 22, which is SSH, and we are having open SSH 7.6 P1, and we are having our operating system as well, that is Ubuntu. Then we are having port 80, HTTP is running and Apache web server is running, and we are having supported methods of get, head, post options, and we are having HTTP server header, which is Apache 2.4.29, and then the title of announcement. So now we will start our enumeration, and I always start my enumeration from easy ports, which are in this case 21. Now 22 is of no use for us right now because 22 requires some sort of credentials like a username and a password. I am not having any username and a password, so 22 is of no use right now. So I will start off with 21. Now for 21, what I will always do is I will go for, you can say, trying to log in as anonymous, but Nmap should give us anonymous logins, but Nmap also didn't give us anything, so this means that anonymous logins are not allowed. So but let's try. So if I do ftp 10.10.163.123, hit enter, and I will specify anonymous as the username, anonymous as the password, and now it says login incorrect. So now I will do some other usernames as well. So ftp again, and I will be going to do root and login incorrect again, so exit from here as well. And I will try one more time with ftp and ftp, and we can also try admin and admin as well. So let's try admin and admin, and again login incorrect. So I will exit out from here, and there is nothing right here, so there is only one port left, which is port 80. So let's go to the browser and directly navigate to port 80. So copy the IP address, and right here on port 80 we can see that it says, dear agents, your user use your own code name as user agent to access the site, and it says from agent R. Now this is extremely important when you are playing some CTFs and those sort of things. Whenever you are doing these things, always keep in mind that you will always get some sort of a hint. Now right here, if you are a complete beginner, you don't know what to do and what to do this one. When I did this box first time, I did this almost, you can say, 1 year ago or 2 years ago. This box is old, so I did this way too back. So when I did this box, I was having no idea of CTFs, I was having nothing about anything, and I was totally unaware what to do. But right now, just make sure when you are a beginner and you are just going to start, you need to see there will be some hints in your CTF challenges. So right here, if I look into this one, there is a clear hint that he's saying that use your own code name as user agent. Now what is user agent? So user agent means your browser. So whenever you intercept the request in any proxy, you will be having a specific header which will be user agent, and that will be storing your browser information like Mozilla or Google Chrome or something those. So right now he's saying that use your own code name. Now what do you mean by code name? Now he is saying right at the bottom as well, like agent R. So might be possible that the user agent might be any letter like A, B or C, because right at the bottom he is saying agent R. But again, I will do this thing as well, but I will follow my own methodology as well, like just looking at Webalizer extension to see what is running. Web server is Apache, operating system is Ubuntu. Then I will see the page source as well to see if anything is interesting in the page source, and doesn't look interesting anything. So let's try to see the user agent. So for this purpose, I will be going to use Foxy Proxy and BurpSuite. So now if I come to my BurpSuite and in my proxy intercept, if I turn my intercept on, and in my browser, if I turn on my BurpSuite right here, if I intercept the request, and my request has been intercepted here. If I send this request to repeater, if I go to repeater, and if I click on send, I can see the response here as well, and the same is the response. But now you can see right here I am having user agent as well, which is Mozilla 5.0. So now he was saying that you need to change your, or you use your own code name as user agent, and the reply is from agent R. So what if I try different alphabets? So let's try agent R again. So if I specify user agent as capital R, and if I click on send, let's see what happens. So right here I got the same page, but now I am having something interesting here as well, which is saying, what are you doing? Are you one of the 25 employees? If not, I'm going to report this incident. Again, this is moving me again towards another hint, and that is 25 employees. So this means that this is user agent R. So we can have user agent A, B, C, and all 26 alphabets might be possible. So let's try user agent starting from A. I am having nothing. We can also do a brute force attack as well in intruder. B, nothing. So let's try to do a brute force attack. So if I do C, this time I am having nothing, but I am having a follow redirection button on my BurpSuite, and it says 302 found as well. But before I was not having 302 found. So if I do capital B and hit send, yes, I am having 200. Okay, but now if I do C, it's redirecting me, and if I click on follow redirection, I am having another page, and it is redirecting me to agent c attention.php. So right here I can see it says attention Chris. So now whenever I do these sort of things, I always do my notes as well. So I am having a username enumeration here. So I will come here and I will come to my notes, and I will simply add this into my notes. So I will say username, and like this, username is Chris. So if I come back, what I will be going to do, you still remember our deal? Please tell agent J about the stuff as soon as possible. Also change your goddamn password is big. So this is again giving us a hint that hey, change your password is quite weak. So this means that we can try to brute force the password for Chris, but the problem is for which port we can do a brute force. Do we have a login page? Is there port 21? Is there port 22? So we need to do a brute force attack. So we can try that one as well, but right now I'm seeing here agent J as well. So let's see what is on agent J. Again the same page, I believe. Okay, so I need to remove the redirected endpoint as well now. Okay, so nothing on agent J as well. So the other thing which we can do is we can do brute force attack on agents as well. So if I send this request to intruder, and in intruder, if I do go to positions, select this user agent, click on add, and if I go into payloads, I need to use alphabets. So if I click on simple list right here, I'm not having, I think so, characters, but we can download these from Google as well, or I can just do a quick for loop. So if I do for I in, and if I do this thing a dot dot z, and if I do something sort of do echo $I, so what it will do is it will simply print out characters a to z, and I want to do from capital A to capital Z, so I can do this, hit enter, and it printed out A to Z. So I can just copy all of these. That was just a basic bash script, but we can just download alphabets from Google as well if you don't want to do these sort of things. So if I come here, if I paste this here, and now if I start attack, let's see what happens. Now my attack is done, and now if I filter the lengths on the basis of characters, so if I filter the length again, I can see that agent R is giving 501 and agent C is giving 422. The other ones all are giving 409. So this means agent R and agent C, these two are interesting, and I have seen these two, so nothing interesting really here. So I can close this one, and now I got only one thing, which was username enumeration. So when I am having username enumeration, what we can do is we can try to go for brute force attack as well. So if I come here, now we are having port 22 and FTP, so we can try to brute force both of the ports. So I will try to do FTP first, and if I get a hit, I can try to look into that one, otherwise I will go for SSH. So if I do Hydra, because I will be going to use Hydra for that one. So dash small l means specify only one username. If I want to specify a list of usernames, I will do capital L. So the one username which I was found was Chris. The password, I will always use rocku.txt, which is present in user share word list, and then I will be going to do ftp : / and then simply the IP address of the target, which is this one. So if I hit enter, now let's wait for the Hydra to run. Now if you want to see the backend functionality or verbose as well, so I will press Ctrl C and I will do dash capital V at the end to see the verbose output. So it will do brute force attack in front of us. So if I hit enter, now it will start the attack and it will show us all of the combinations which he is trying. So let's see. And right here you can see now he's trying all of the combinations, and this attack is slow. So let's wait if we get a hit. And right after some time, on hit number 257, I got a hit, and it says that the password for the FTP is Crystal, and the username is Chris and the password is Crystal. So from here we were able to get the password for the Chris user, and again this was all because of the hint which was given in that one. So I will add first of all this into my notes as well, like this, and then let's try to log in with FTP again. So if I do FTP now and do 10.10.163.123, hit enter, and now if I do Chris and if I do the password of Crystal, let's see what happens. And now it says login successful. So if I do ls, I am having 3 files. So 2 are image files and one of them is a text file. So let's download all of these. So if I do, let's say if I want to download all of these at once, what I can do is I can try to do recurse set to on, or I think so it is recurse to on. Is it recursive? No. Okay, so what we can do is we can try to, I just forgot the command, I think so that is for smv, not for ftp. So I can simply do mget steric. It will ask me to download all. I will press y. I think so there is just to recursively, so I just forgot the command. That is, I think so might be from wget as well, but now mget steric will download all of the files and we need to press y every time. So if I exit out from here, if I do ls, here are all of the files. Now There is writeup.py file, which is my notes, and there are three files. One of the two of them are images and the other one is a text file. So let's read first of all text file. The text file says, "Dear Agent J, all these alien like photos are fake. Agent R stored the real picture inside your directory. Your login password is somehow stored in the fake picture." So this means that in these images we are having something interesting. It shouldn't be a problem for you, from Agent C. So this looks like we need to enumerate these images, or we need to do something to. So first of all, what I will do is, whenever I see these images, we need to do some sort of steganography. So I will always open these images and see what is in these images. So if I open these images, both of these, let's see, sometimes we might get some plain text in the images which can be interesting, but right now this image doesn't look interesting. Then if I open the second one, this one again, nothing, no text at all. So after that, what I will be going to do will be three things: exiftool, steghide, and then binwalk. So these are the three tools which I frequently use when I do steganography challenges. So let's start off with the exiftool. So if I do exiftool and then the image name, I cannot see anything interesting. The date is of today as well, and nothing really interesting. So if I do exiftool on the second one, this time there is something interesting, and it says binary data 762 bytes, use -b option to extract. So there is something behind this image. So we can see that one as well, but nothing interesting really else. So this means there is definitely something. So what I will be going to do is, let's use binwalk on these. So binwalk, now binwalk will tell us whether there is something behind these images or no. So if I do cute alien.jpg, there is nothing. But if I do second one, and right here you can see in this image there is some zlib compressed data, zip archive data, and then there is something other as well. And in the zip data there is to agent r.txt, so another text file. Okay, so to extract the data from this image, I think so we use a flag from binwalk that is -e for extract, I think so. If I hit enter and I got the same thing, if I do ls, yes, there is a folder with extracted. So if I cd into that folder, let's see what happens. In this folder, yes, everything is extracted, and I am having a zip file and then again a text file. So if I catch this text file, looks like this is empty. So yeah, this is empty, but there is a zip file. Let's try to unzip that one. So if I do unzip 8702, and it's saying skipping to agent R, so there is something wrong. So we cannot use unzip. Let's try to do unzip with 7ze and then 8702.zip file. And yes, I want to extract this one, and here we go. We are having a password here, which means this zip file is password protected. So what we can do right here is, we need to crack the password for this one. So we can use ssh to john, no sorry, not ssh to john, we can use zip to john. So we can use John the Ripper to crack the password for this zip file. We can use hashcat as well, but right now this is a virtual machine. I'm not having access to my graphic card, so I will use John. So I will be going to use zip to John, and then I will say I want to convert this zip file into and I want its hash. So I want its hash, and I will say put it into hash.txt like this. Now if I do ls, there will be a hash.txt file, and then we can simply use John the Ripper, specify the hash file, and then we will specify the word list. So I think so to specify the word list, we use --word list is equal to, user share word list rock.txt. If I hit enter, let's see if this works. And it says loaded one password hash, no password hashes left to crack. Now this is why I'm getting this one, because I already cracked this hash. So what John does is that John does this thing, and there is a hidden folder which is called .john into your home directory. Ls there will be a john.pot file. So john.pot file is storing all of the passwords. So if I remove john.pot file right here, and now John pot file is removed, I have removed the stored password from here. If I do John the Ripper again, now it will not give me the same message. So now if I hit enter, it has started brute forcing, and let's see, and here you go. So I got the password for that zip file, and the password is alien. So again, first thing first, I will add this into my notes. So coming to my notes, we have this one. So alien is the password for this one. So what I will be going to do is, if I do ls again, and now if I do 7z e for extract 8702.zip file, hit enter, y, hit enter, and now if I do alien, hit enter now, and now I have successfully extracted that one. And if I now cat out to agent r.txt, now I can see it says agent c, we need to send the picture to this, and this looks like to me that this is base 64, but let's see, as soon as possible by agent r. So if I echo out this thing and pipe it out to base 64 minus d for decode, and I am having again another password, I think so, which is area 51. So we have got a lot of things from this image. So let's come back to our notes again, and let's say this is password again, and we got area 51. Okay, so we didn't enumerated our second image as well, so let's see what else we can get from here. So we are having cute alien.jpg. So let's see, we can also use steghide as well. So if I do steghide on this one, and if I do cute alien.jpg, and I think so we need to do info command to see the information. It says try to get information about embedded data. Yes, I want to see. Okay, so there is again a password, I think so. Yes, it's saying enter the passphrase. So let's see what else we can try. So we can see we are having a password or passphrase of alien. So if I do alien, could not extract any data with that passphrase. So let's try again with that command. This time if I do area 51. Okay, so he has extracted message.txt file from this image. So we have extracted a lot of things from both of the things, but there is no message.txt. Okay, so it was information, I believe, because if I scroll up right here, yeah, so I did info. So to extract, I think so we need to use something sort of instead of info, we need to do extract -sf passphrase area 51, hit enter, wrote extracted to this ls, and there is message.txt. So if I do message.txt, it says, hi James, glad you find this message, your login password is hacker rules. So now I got the another username and another password. So first of all, I will add these two into my notes as well, and let's try to log in with SSH, because this looks like to me that this might be the credentials of James user onto the system. So if I do SSH James at 10.10.163.123, hit enter, it's asking me for the password. If I paste in the password, hit enter, and here you go, I am logged in onto the box. So this was the initial foothold. If I do ls, there is the flag, and there is another image which is alien autopsy.jpg. So Let's see what else we can do. So now in privilege escalation, if I do who am I will always start off with who am I. Then if I do ls-la right here to see into my current working directory what there is, then I look for, now you need to follow the methodology whenever you are doing anything. The methodology will be look for sudo privileges, look for suid binaries, look for cron jobs, look for kernel exploits, look for your groups. So these are the main things which you will always look whether you're going for any certification exam, EJPT, OSCP or any other thing, or any CTF challenge. So let's say ID, and I am a member of a lot of strange groups. One of the most important one is LXD, where we can generate an Alpine image, but that will be extremely huge process. So I will take a look at this one at the end. Afterwards, what I will go do is I can look for sudo privileges and suid binaries as well. So let's look for suid binaries with the permissions of 4000, pipe it out to dev null so I don't see any error messages. We can also use linpis as well, but I would recommend that try to go for manual things first of all, and when we get stuck in manual enumeration, then I will always go for winpis. So right here I will look for any strange suid binary and see whether I'm having anything, but right now no. We are having pk exec, which is a latest vulnerability of PwnKit, but since this is quite old machine, so definitely this will be vulnerable, but I will not do that one as well. So afterwards, suid binary, I always go for sudo privileges. So sudo -l to see the sudo privileges. Then I will be going for pasting the password. I already copied that one. So paste the password in here, hit enter, and we are having some sudo privileges. It says user James may run the following commands on agent sudo all not root bin bash. So this is a very famous vulnerability. We can find this from Google as well. So just to find this from Google for beginners, what you can do is you can simply copy this thing, go to Google and simply paste it in, and you will get something from a website. So let me turn off my intercept. And right here, right at the top, you can see sudo 1.8.27 security bypass Linux local exploit. So if I see this exploit, the exploit is fairly simple. That what actually happens is that it is not allowing us to run bin bash as root, but if we specify any other user ID which doesn't exist, it gives us root privileges. So that's what we will going to do. So right here you can see the exploit is sudo -user with the id of -1. So the id of -1 doesn't exist, and when it will not exist, it will all try to give us the access of root user. So if I just simply copy that exploit from here, paste it here, hit enter, and right here you can see I am a root user. Why? Because the user id of -1 doesn't exist, and again it gave us root access and ran bin bash as root user. So if I do who am I am root user. But still, if you need to do privilege escalation, you need to look at the cron tab as well. Cat etc cron tab to see the cron tabs like this. Then you need to do uname -a as well to see the kernel version or kernel exploits, the architecture. All of the things will be extremely important. So this was an easy machine on TryHackMe. So this was all about it, and we are root, so we can get the flag as well in the root directory, and here is the flag. So let's come back to the answers of TryHackMe. So task number 1, okay, so deploy the machine. We have deployed the machine. Task number 2, how many ports are open? There were 3 ports open in our Nmap Scan. How you redirect yourself to a secret page? So we changed the user agent. So if I do user agent, I believe, what is the agent name? It was agent R, I think so. Yes, no, agent name, whether it was Chris. Yes, so Chris was the agent name. Okay, because there we got the Chris username. At FTP password was Crystal for the Chris. Zip file password was alien. Steg password was area 51. Who is the other agent in full name? The other agent we found was onto the system. It was James. Yes, and the SSH password for James was hacker rules exclamation mark. So that's why I make notes, so just to solve these answers and capture the user flag. Here you will specify the flag, and it says what is the incident of the photo called. Now I will also not answer this question because this is particularly not relevant. It is just an irrelevant question, so I exactly don't know what to do about this one. If we see the hint of this one, it says reverse image and Fox News, so that's quite strange. So hopefully I will not gonna solve this one as well. And in the privilege escalation, I am having, what was the CVE for this privilege escalation? The CVE number was 2019 14287. So CVE, paste. Yes, here we will specify the root flag, and then it says bonus question, who is agent R? So this was interesting, I think. So when you will read the flag right here, there will be another username, and that will be, I think so, deskkel, I believe. And yes, so from there you will get the username. So I cannot read the flag right now, so you hope you might solve this all box and you can read the flags. And that was all about this video. Hopefully I will see you in the next video. Take care, bye.